God did create you for a purpose. The Bible says that God knit me together in my mother's womb. And before the world was even created, that God knew your name. He knows exactly how many hairs you have on your head, and everything you've thought, everything you've ever done, right? And some people, I think that God doesn't know those things, and if He did, He would hate them. But the truth is, the Bible says He knows all those things, all your secret things that you hide, that you don't want anyone to know, all the things you look at on the internet, all the things you've thought about. But the truth is that God's love for you will never change. And you need to know that you're special. God created you for a purpose, right?
Most people know the saying, sex, drugs, rock and roll. You know, they seem to go hand in hand. Right. To some people, they have found it strange that Skillet is not a band that has the sex and drugs aspect. and it's so a part of rock and roll today that it seems very strange that you're not involved in it. It almost feels like, well, then maybe you're not really into rock and roll. You know what I mean? Yes. Because it's you can't take it. Well, my conviction is the opposite. You know, my conviction says it's about the music. It wasn't about this when it started. You know, it was about singing something that you believed in. If music is indeed something created by God, I believe it has power to change people's perspectives, lives, to save lives. And so my conviction has always been that stuff is not who I am. And even though there have been, I think, a lot of labels, especially at radio, say, we're not going to play your song if you're not going to be involved. If you're not going to come party with us, we're not going to play your song. Wow. Yeah, which is crazy. You know, they've kind of been like, you're kind of raining on a parade. I don't know if you've ever been invited, like when I was in high school, I was a Christian, and I didn't party, but I was fun. I'm hyperactive and I'm crazy, and people would sometimes be surprised to find out that I was not on any sort of medication. And I was really fun at parties. Well, I stopped getting invited to parties, and I was still, you know, I was class president, but all of a sudden I realized, well, we were 17, and they don't want to be, if you want to drink and do, you know, whatever it is else you want to do, and there's somebody that's not doing it, it's a little bit like, oh, you're no fun, you know. So sometimes these radio stations, they want you to come play their event and have fun, but you're kind of spoiling it, you know. And if you would be more a part of us, we'd play your song. And for us, it kind of came down to, you know, I don't care that much that you play my song. I would love it. Maybe it could even change my life. You know what I mean? Maybe I could make more money, help my business, but that's not something that we've wanted to do. The worst thing you can do is to be a hypocrite to your own convictions. Yep. Like the meat is murder person that's, you know, chewing on steak all the time. It's a lot easier to fail someone else than fail yourself. Yes. You know, so I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
There is a difference between performance and worship, and you know, incidentally, that's one of my greatest passions has been leading people in worship, and don't do as much of that in Skillet as I probably will when Skillet's done. But there is a distinction that I think needs to be made, and I think it's getting confused sometimes, and that's when there's so many worship bands coming out now. Worship has kind of become a genre. And so there's a lot of bands doing worship music that are actually performing worship music. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of great bands out there. I'm not down anybody. I'm just saying I think it's a little confusion. What we do is performance-based, and that's why we did a show one time, and this guy came up to me. I started the show with, "You guys ready to, you know, rock," or something like that. I don't know what I said. And this guy was really upset. He said I should have come out there and said, "Are you guys ready to praise Jesus?" You know, and I was trying to explain to him, like, this is a rock show, and our job is to get people as into the music as they can, as much fun as they can have, so we can be a positive influence, and we can tell them what, you know, our passions are, and get a chance to influence people for Christ, you know. And so whenever we do altar calls and things like that at shows, it's always after an hour of music. I don't talk about Jesus, because you got all these people coming that didn't come for that. They came. They paid money to see a rock show. And then afterwards, you know, we give them the gospel and hope that they, you know, are open to it because they like the show.
Has
keeps going more and more and more outside of the church with the clientele, the people that are coming. It's so cool to see people that don't want anything to do with Jesus coming to an event like this because it's so spectacular. Atheists or agnostics or people that are, backslidden, or I made a decision once but I don't know. And we've had a chance to meet people after the shows and autograph lines, or they tweet me and things, and I am just stunned sometimes at the people going through. For instance, we were playing a show, or this is on the third week of the tour, and I was thinking, there's a lot of people from outside the church coming. Anyway, I was rocking on stage. I saw these guys on here, and they were just killing it on the front row. But they weren't teenagers. Usually people are going that crazy. They're like 15 or 45. Anyway, these guys were like, 25. You don't usually see that college age killing it. So I was like, I'm going to go down there and give them a high five. So I walked down there, and it was like, what is that smell? I was like, oh, that's what pot smells like. I forget. That terrible, like, skunky, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, terrible smell. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're really getting all kinds of people in this tour. And I'm so pumped about it, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. And it also means that your kids are proud of this, and they're telling their friends about it. And some of you probably grew up as your same age as me, growing up trying to make my friends listen to Christian music. That was a fight. And truth is, Christian music has always been great. It's just people didn't want to listen to it, and we're finally getting to a place where your kids are proud and they're showing their friends are going, oh, check that out. And God has plans for a lot of these people that they didn't know. And He's what does it say in the Bible? Snatching them out of hell. Come on, man. I love that. Girls are told so much who they have to be to fit in. Guys are told how they have to act to be tough. And there's so much information out there. And American Noise is about, number one, shutting all of that information out. Number two, it's about hearing the voice of God amongst all these other voices, which is difficult. And it's about, number three, asking God how you can have a voice. How can I be a voice of the Lord, if you will, amongst all this other noise? Can I be a voice of truth and inspiration to other people in a dark world? So that's what the song is about.